Oh hi. Helsinki, till 1926 in Russian used the Swedish name Helsingfors. The capital and the largest city of Finland, the administrative center of the province Uusimaa. Newland. It is located in the south of the country, on the bank of the Gulf of Finland of the Baltic Sea. The population minus 656,611 people. Foreign citizens make about 10% of the population of the city. The population of Big Helsinki, which territory includes 12 communes, exceeds 1.3 million people. Helsinki is the center of business, education, culture and science in Finland. In Big Helsinki 8 universities and 6 technological parks are located. 70% of the foreign companies working in Finland are located in the capital region. Population shift is Helsinki of the province by one of the most fast-growing municipal districts in Europe.
The main international air hub in Finland is the Helsinki-Vantaa Airport, located in 20 kilometers from the center of the capital and making direct flights worldwide.
The way from Helsinki to Tallinn takes 1.5 hours by sea and 18 minutes by helicopter. The distance makes 80 km. To 2 other large cities, Tampere and Turku, it is possible to get in 1.5–2 hours by train and 1.5–2.5 hours by the machine. By high-speed train Allegro, it is possible to reach St. Petersburg in 3.5 hours. 390 km. In 2014, in the rating of 25 best cities of the world made by the British magazine Monocle N, Helsinki has taken the 5th place. On the 1st place, Copenhagen.
In 2011, in the rating of the safest cities of the world of Helsinki published by the international consulting company Mercer has separated 4 places with Zurich and Bern.
On the 1st place, Luxembourg.
At the beginning of 2012, the New York Times newspaper in the list of places of our planet which is annually published by it which should be visited in the new year has delivered to Helsinki on the 2nd place.
On the 1st place, Panama. On the 3rd, Myanmar. On polls in 2012, Helsinki takes the 5th place on the level of attractiveness to accommodation among the Finnish citizens.
In 2013, by calculations of the consulting agency ECA International of Helsinki has taken the 20th place in the rating of the most expensive cities of the planet.
The 1st place, Oslo.
The international business newspaper Financial Times has shown a number of districts of the Finnish capital in the most favorable light as places for investments to the real estate.
The City Day is celebrated annually on June 12. Etymology. The city is founded by Swedes in 1550 under the name Helsingfors. Helsing basis quite often meets in the Scandinavian toponymy. For example, Helsingborgsif. But its sense is not clear according to 5a. Nikanav, an ethnonym. The component "förs" in Swedish means falls, as originally the city was located at falls. The Finnish name Helsinki is formed from the Swedish name of falls. In the Russia/the USA till 1926, the Helsingfors form has been taken. History.
It is based on June 12, 1550 by the Swedish King Gustav Vasa, when under the royal decree several hundreds of residents of Porvoo were proved in the territory of the present urban area of Arabia.
Day of signing of the decree is considered a city birthday. However, it has turned out that the place has been chosen unsuccessfully. The harbour was too small, and as a result the city has been transferred to the area of the present market square. Kopatari. There were so two settlements, Helsingfors and Gammelstadt. In the literal translation, the old city. But over time they have merged to one city again. Up to the middle of the 18th century of Helsinki remained small, entirely the wooden city. Here plague epidemics quite often flashed. In 1748 on islands near Helsinki Swedes have begun construction of fortress of Sveaborg designed to protect the city from the sea. Growth of the city has as a result begun. There are first stone houses. However, the city of Åbo remained the capital of the Swedish Finland. His city was occupied by Russian troops 4 times, twice during Great Northern War in May and July 1713. On August 24, 1742, during the Russian-Swedish War of 1741-1743. On February 18, 1808, during the Russian-Swedish War of 1808-1809. Russian board. In 1809 under the Fredrikshamnsky peace treaty Finland has departed to Russia. 3 years later, on April 12, 1812, Alexander I has transferred the capital to more East Helsingfors. After that the Committee on Reconstruction, which was headed by an artificer officer Johan Albrecht Ehrenström, has been founded.
In 1816 Carl Ludwig Engel, the German architect invited to Russia in 1809 and who has successfully proved to be in Revel, has been appointed to a position of the architect of the capital of the Grand Duchy.
From now on rapid organized building of the city begins. From Åbo, Turku. The university for which building was designed by Engel has been transferred to the capital of Finland. Engel has also built the building of offices, nowadays Presidential Palace, and the Nikolaev Cathedral forming Senatentori Ensemble, Senate Square. The similarity of architectural and composition decisions in building of Helsingfors and Street Petersburg is caused by the fact that the foreign architects coming to Russia were guided by already realized samples of classicism, fashionable at the beginning of the 19th century, and the Russian Empire style, best in Street Petersburg. Workflow was personally supervised by the Emperor Alexander I and his brother Nikolai. In the years of the Crimean War the city has undergone firing of the Anglo-French squadron. This firing has not entailed considerable destructions in the city. In the 1860th years the first Finnish railroad has connected the city to Riihimäki and Tampere. Violently the industry developed. In 1870 the railroad has connected Helsinki to Street Petersburg. After declaration of independence during the Civil War in Finland the city sometime has been busy with parts of the Finnish Red Army. However, as a result of approach of the German landed to the back to Red Finns, the city has passed under control of the Finnish Parliament, and for a short time became the capital of Puppet Kingdom Finland. The capital of independent Finland after the end of World War I. After the end of Civil War in Finland of 1918 the city continued to develop dynamically. Its territory has considerably extended, new residential quarters grew. The broad popularity was gained, for example, by the garden city of Tapiola, which is administratively subordinated to Espoo. On November 30, 1939, the USA has begun bombing of Helsinki with the FAB-500 and FAB-250 bombs and also cluster bombs of ROB-2. As a result of 3 air raids, 2,000 buildings have been destroyed, more than 900 people have died, over 500 people have got severe wounds. Bombings of Helsinki were conducted in the years of World War II of 39 times. In 1952 the city hosted the 15 Summer Olympic Games. In 2007 in the city the annual song contest, Eurovision, has been held. Name. In Finnish the city officially was called Helsinki from the moment of the basis. 1550. In Swedish it still officially is called as Helsingfors. In all other languages long time was used the name Helsingfors. In Russian Helsingfors. Before Finland became independent. On December 6, 1917. And there is no wonder.
Up to the end of the 19th century in the city the Swedish population absolutely prevailed, though the population of the city in 1880 made only 43,000 people.
Despite formal subordination of the Russian Empire after 1809, the Swedish-Finnish nobility has kept the power in Finland and long time gave preference to Swedish. Seeking to weaken the Swedish influence, the Russian authorities stimulated development of Finnish, and intensive migration of villagers has quickly changed demographic and language balance in the city in favor of Finns. Since 1898 the Lieutenant General N. 1.
Bobrikov, who has begun policy of Russification and strengthening of the central power, has been appointed to a post of the Governor-General of Finland.
S. Would believe that the only thing that Bobrikov has achieved it is transformations of the quiet country into the back of revolution. After 1917 the Finnish name Helsinki began to be used. On the Soviet cards of the 1920th, the beginnings of the 1930th years met, according to transfer of the time foreign language, Helsinki's writing. Writing Gelsk along with Helsinki is accepted in modern Ukrainian.
The Shvedoyazyczny minority in the capital remains and until now
6.2% of the population of the city. And Swedish has the status official on an equal basis with Finnish. The city is located in the rocky area.
The historic center of the city is located on the peninsula with strongly cut-up coastline.
Height differences in the city are considerable, and rocks, a normal part of a landscape. On the rivers and city boundaries there are falls. Climate of Helsinki moderate, transitional between continental and sea. The winter long and snow, but at the same time not too cold, summer cool and calendar does not go beyond. Spring and fall long and cool. Hard frosts, quite unusual occurrence, a heat in the summer above 30 C happen not every year.
The maximum of rainfall is observed at the end of summer and during the whole fall.
In 2002 305,196 people of working age lived in the city, from them 277,967 had work, and 27229 were the unemployed. Unemployment rate was -8.9%. In 2009. For March 31. The population was 578,126 people. The share of female population in Helsinki makes 53.4% at above a mean across Finland. 51.1%. Forecast of population of the city. On 2020, 589,604 people. On 2030, 597,640 persons. In 2012, for December 23, the population was 603,700 people. In a year, the population of Helsinki has grown by 8,300 people. In 2012, in the capital, 6,700 children were born, and dead there were 5,000 people. Natural increase was 1,700 people. Migration has increased number by 6,600 people. From other parts of Finland, 32600 people have moved to Helsinki, and from Helsinki has gone to other regions of 29600 inhabitants. That has increased the population of the capital by 3,000, that is twice more than for 2011. From abroad, about 3,600 people have moved, that corresponds to the level of 2011. The number of Świętojazyczni residents of Helsinki is 36,000 people.
According to the forecast, by 2030, 700,000 people will live in the capital in total.
Long time of Helsinki developed as mainly Świętojazyczni city.
In 1870, when Finland was a part of the Russian Empire, the prevailing official languages in the city were
Swedish -57%, Finnish -25.9%, Russian -12.1%. Were used also German 1.8%, another 3.2%.
By 1890, because of the beginning of Massachusetts migration of the Finnish peasants to the cities, the policy of the Russian authorities on maintenance and development of Finnish and partial assimilation of Swedes, the ratio of languages was the following:
45.6% Swedish, 45.5% Finnish, 6% of the Russian and 2.9% other. Now 2 languages, Finnish and Swedish, are recognized as official the city. For 2019-78, 64% of the population spoke Finnish, 5.64% in Swedish, 2.86% in Russian, 1.71% for the Estonian, and 1.67% on Somali. Economy. In Helsinki there is a stock exchange founded in 1912.
At the beginning of 2009, Helsinki has begun to consider possible accession to the capital of the city of Vantaa.
On March 30, 2009, the City Council of Vantaa has agreed to consider the project of possible association. Council has emphasized that consideration does not provide the termination of existence of the city. Transport.
According to a research of the Tomum Company in 2012, in the list from 31 European cities of Helsinki took the 23rd place on degree of the smallest transport load in Rajaus. In Helsinki, the international airports of Helsinki-Vantaa, through which there pass about 90% of runs to territories of Finland and also Helsinki-Malmi work.
Railway transport. Now on a regular basis trains from Helsinki go to Moscow on Street. Petersburg. To Moscow the train Leo Tolstoy goes to Street. Petersburg, Allegro. The high-speed train Allegro has been started up in December 2010, having reduced time and way between the cities till 3.5 o'clock. In April 2011 has reported Russian Railway Federalnaya Passagierskaya Kompania branch about alteration of several baggage cars of the train Moscow-Helsinki, having adapted for transportation of cars. As the director of FX Mikhail Akulov has reported, the passenger will be able to submerge in the train Moscow-Helsinki in the car. For April 2011, a problem of implementation of the project is transfer of a site for reception of cars from Helsinki on other station. Suburban transportations are developed. Electric trains depart from the Helsinki Central Station in two directions. On the west, on Kirkkonummi, and on the northeast, on Rikimiaki and Lahti.
On suburban routes, electric trains of Send series which were under construction at the Finnish plant Valmet respectively in 1969, 1973 and 1975, 1981 go.
For 2016 these electric trains are in process of replacement by the Swiss Stadler Flirt. The Finnish designations. Also researches are conducted and works on design of an underwater railway tunnel between Helsinki and Tallinn are conducted. Presumable length of a tunnel is 60-80 km. On construction of a tunnel it will be required from 1 to several billion euros. The approximate term of construction is 10-15 years. Helsinki is large port from where the international passenger traffic across all Baltic Sea is made. Ferry companies Tallink Silja, Viking Line, Finn Lines, Street. Piteå Line, Linda Line provide regular year-round departures to Tallinn, Stockholm, Rostock, Lubeck/Trevemian, Street. Petersburg. The tourists coming by the ferry from Finland to Street. Petersburg can be in the territory of the Russian Federation without visas for 72 hours. Helsinki distinctly is divided into two parts, historical western and more modern east. Itä Helsinki, Östra Helsingfors. Connected by the only line of the subway and also extensive network of highways.
Public transport is provided also by trams in the center and parts of the city adjoining to it, buses, local trains and municipal ferry lines Kopatari, Suomenlinna, Katvanatka, Suomenlinna and Hakaniemi, Suomenlinna.
Public transport in Helsinki, Espoo, Vantaa and Koniainen is operated by Transport Management of the region of Helsinki.
Since 2013 ENSL offers passengers the new system of payment of travel by public transport from phones supplied with technology of NF.
For 2013 in Helsinki has the 13th tramlines. 1, 1A, 3B, 3T, 4, 40, 6, 60, 7A, 7B, 8, 9. Total length of ways is 112 kilometers. The ticket can be bought in the ticket machine, the parking meter. Since 2019. And also in this mobile ticket mobile application. Since February 2018 sale of tickets by tram drivers is not made anymore.
The subway has been open on August 2, 1982.
For the beginning of October 2018, the system includes 25 stations and one line separated into two branches. Total length is 35 km, passenger traffic minus 62. 9 million people a year. 2015. The subway generally serves densely built-up areas of East Helsinki, but can be used also for movement in the center of Helsinki. The system of the subway is complemented with local trains which are used for communication with other districts of Helsinki. The Western Subway, which allows to move from the center of Helsinki to Matinkule, the area in the Espoo center, has opened in 2018. Generally, it consists of 8 stations and length of a new tunnel is 14 kilometers. Along with tram and the subway, in Helsinki bus traffic is well developed. More than 100 bus routes cover all districts of the city and the next suburbs. Except intracity bus traffic, there are also long-distance bus routes. Such buses most often go from the central bus station of Helsinki of Kamppi, located in 5 minutes walk from the main railway station. Tickets for intercity buses can be bought as directly in ticket offices of bus station, and on the internet on the websites of carriers. In Helsinki, the network of bicycle paths 1200 km long is laid. On weekdays in working hours, the parking on sides of minor streets paid. Also in the city, a set of various open and underground parkings. Payment is made in the automatic machine by the card with the chip or coins. The penalty for the wrong parking averages 60 euros. It is possible to pay a penalty in banks, in border shops, and in day off as well through Eurostraf internet service. Education. In Helsinki there is a University of Helsinki, largest in the country, and also some other higher educational institutions in which students study. From them, in the university. Secondary education 190 schools, from them provide 22 private. All data are provided for 2003. Culture and art. City Museum of Helsinki. Free entrance. There's several offices, including 2 summer museums. House of the Burger and Museum of Power Plant. They open only with approach of a high tourist season. And let to both museums free. National Museum of Finland. Finnish National Gallery. Museum of Classical Art at Num. Museum of Modern Art Kiasma. Senebriakov's Gallery. Suomenlin's Fortress. Sveaborg. Erkki Kekkonen Tamaniemi's House Museum. Museum of Mail. Art Museum of Amos Anderson. Museum of Design. Cultural centers. The Cultural Factory Korjaamo is near the center of Helsinki. Located in Old Tram Depot, the Korjaamo factory represents the complex consisting of galleries, theatrical and concert halls, shop, cafe and bar, and, of course, the Museum of Trams. After opening of the second building, the tram garage. In June 2008, Korjaamo became the biggest cultural center in Finland. The exhibition activity, which is generally specializing in the photo and video, takes place now in 3 galleries, 2 of which are located in a new tram garage.
Annually within the walls of Korjaamo Teatteri, the international stage festival which is bringing together under the roof the best modern theaters from around the world is held.
On August 31, 2011 in Helsinki, the House of Music, the audio-cultural center with 5 concert halls, the biggest of which is designed for 1,700 viewers, has been opened. In Helsinki there is a National Opera Theatre of Finland and also a set of theatres, among which there is the Finnish National Theatre, Theatre Sava, City Theatre of Helsinki, Aleksandrovski Theatre, Sampo Puppet Theatre. In Helsinki, set of movie theatres. Movies are shown, as a rule, on a source language with subtitlings in the Finnish and Swedish languages. The largest city cinema, 14-screen Tennispalatsi. The Palace of Tennis. Finkino Networks is located around Kamppi. This network possesses 10-screen Kinopalatsi. The Cinema Palace, also Maxim, with 2 halls. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.